Hi everybody, Don Giannatti, lighting-essentials.com and project52prosystem.com. One of the things we've been talking about on the internet site with Project 52 is, when do you know you're ready to go? When do you think might be a good time to put your shingle out, say I'm a photographer? Let's talk a little bit about that. Because there's times when you can do it and there's times when you can't. Now, first of all, number one, we got to get over this. It's a bad time to start a business bullshit right now. You know what? It is a bad time to start a business. Because it's never a good time to start a business. Starting a business is goddamn hard. It's hard. There's time, there's money, there's risk. Lots and lots of risk. There's investment. There's partners. There are silent partners, asset partners, monetary partners. Your family members are your asset partners. If they're not on board, forget it. I don't care how much money you have. Forget it. It's not going to work. But let's talk this time about how you know when your portfolio is ready, or when your photographic skills are ready to go out and hang that shingle. That's a tough one. A couple of signs that you're not ready is if ain't nobody asking you to make photographs for them. Sorry. If nobody's saying, hey Don, could you get a shot of this for me? Hey Don, listen, we're having this event and we're wondering if you get some shots. Or hey Don, can we get this picture over here? Or really like what you're doing, like to be involved. That's not happening. How the hell are you going to find people to pay you? I mean, seriously. If they don't want it for free, they don't want it for money. One of those reasons why I just get all weird when I see people are asking me to shoot pictures for free. I mean, can you believe it? Yeah, you're not in business yet. Why should they pay you? How about this? Maybe you're not very good yet. Why should they pay you? How about this? You have no experience. Why should they pay you? Or your pictures suck. Why should they pay you? Or you're always late getting your pictures delivered. Why should they pay? I'm sorry. I'm kind of stuck on a broken record there, aren't I? Go up to Facebook and find out how stuck that broken record is. So how do you know? Well, when you're not terrified to do a regular shoot. A shoot that you normally do, because that's what your portfolio is going to have in it, is the stuff that you normally do. Let's say you're a still life product photographer. Your portfolio's got a lot of still life. It's got a lot of product in it. If you're a product shooter and you're building your portfolio and anybody can bring over anything and set it out there on the table, talking tabletop product, not cars and interior design products, etc. But tabletop. If they can bring something over and you got a pretty good idea how to light it up, how to make it look good, how to give them 2 or 3 or 4 different variations, that's good. That's a good positive sign. If you don't, it's a negative sign. Now, if you do the shot for them with your 2, 3, 4 variations and they hate it, now we're back to that's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. If you do it yourself and you do it and you hate it, that's a terrible sign. You got to know that you can make that shot. Baseball is a great analogy. A lot of people talk baseball when they talk photography. I think baseball works. When you stand at the plate in this business, you got to hit a home run. You might be struggling and running feebly and dive for home plate, but you got to hit a home run. Nobody's interested in third base or second base or, God forbid, first base. Nobody's interested. And you know what? The shot could have been better if who gives a crap? Seriously, I don't care if the shot could have been better. I wanted the better shot. Period. I want that shot to just ring with excellence. So we got no base hits. We got home runs. So can you do that? Can you do it and deliver it? Can you do it with specifications? And this is where things change a lot in business photography, commercial, B2B photography. B2B photography, you have an assignment. You have to take a picture of that product to fulfill some designer or ad agency's expectations of that shot. If it's a toaster, well, it's got to look this way. We've got to shoot it from this angle. It has to fit this layout. You better leave some room for the headline. You got to have some room for type. And it's got to be totally in focus. And oh, by the way, all the chrome has to shine and look really good. Can you do that? Can you do it to their specifications? Or are you stuck in that, well, I only shoot toasters my way? Because you say, I'm a toaster shooting elitist. If you don't like my toaster shots, I don't care. I'll do them anyway. Good for you. Big deal. Anybody can shoot it their way. The trick is to shoot it your way and fulfill the expectations of your client. In commercial photography, we always have a client who is going to use those images for something for themselves, for the brand, for an advertisement, for a brochure, for whatever, but something for them. Can you do that? At Project 52, yeah, that's right. I'm going to give a little quick, I try not to do this in the videos, guys, but a little quick thing. Project 52, that's what it's designed for, is to get you ready for doing those kinds of assignments. Do understand that when you first enter this business, you're probably not going to be shooting $65,000 shoots with crews of 10 and $28,000 worth of models and et cetera, et cetera. That's not what they're going to hire you for, because you don't have any of that kind of work in your book yet. You're going to have to work your way up. Generally, if you're a photographer in a small town, Omaha, Tulsa, Salt Lake City, Phoenix, whatever, you're going to start with local clients, local magazines, local whatever, to get that experience, and you grow and you grow and you grow and you grow. You can understand that you're not going to be top of the food chain when you hang your shingle out. Not going to happen. You're going to build it to that. And I think that building process is what will help build the confidence in you to do those shots. So if you want to be a product photographer, I would shoot every kind of product I possibly could put on a 4x4 table, and I'd shoot it for 2 years. A year if you're really, really aggressive. And you're not one that's going to tell me, well, I was going to get around to it, but, neighbors came over and we started, watching the game. I didn't shoot this weekend, Don. It was football. Good. Your competition shot today because it's about photography. I don't really care what you choose for your priority. Just understand that if you're going to go out, you're going to charge money for it. You're going to have to be really good. And you're going to have to make them feel really good about hiring you. So can you make the shot? Can you make it under pressure? Can you solve any problem that comes along? And can you deliver that shot in a timely manner that makes them happy and meets their expectations? That's the most important part. If you can do that, you're just about ready to hang your shingle. Just about. Or maybe you are. Well, I don't know. We'll talk later. See you next time.